Good early evening. It is First Sky Omaha in the evening.
In the evening.
My name is Paul B. He's Buddy the Guy. Thanks for joining us
Hey.
for a fresh edition this Friday, the 28th of August.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Hope that you guys enjoy the show today. It's going to be a nice couple hours of some conversation on this Love Supreme Friday. And I got to tell y'all, I need some love.
Hey, I need love.
I need some love. It's been a week. It's been a week. Can't wait to hear about your week. Of course, we're going to talk about some good things this week, but we got to talk about some other wild stuff happening. But I'll tell you what, me personally, I'm just going to need some love. But there's got to be a Love Supreme Friday for me. Had a hard week personally. How about you, buddy? How you feeling over there?
Sorry to hear that, bro. It's been kind of rough a little bit for me as well. Got off my daily routine. Usually helps me keep my equilibrium when I can stick to my daily routine. But I got a little out of that. Didn't really work out as much. Didn't really eat as good. Didn't really feel as good. You know what I mean? As a result, this week. But definitely looking forward to today's conversation. As always, looking forward to the weekend. You know, maybe kick back a little bit. Maybe we'll see. But yeah, still doing the thing. Always looking forward to today's conversation. It's always a pleasure to be here live with you all. Definitely, grab a seat, come on in, join the conversation, let your mind be free, let your voice be heard. And yeah, man, sorry to hear that this week was rough for you. Maybe you feel like talking about it. Love to hear about it.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's get the show started first. Again, welcome. A fresh edition of First Sky Omaha in the evening.
In the evening.
It's happening now.
Hey.
All I'll say is this: I talk to all legitimate reporters.
First Sky Omaha. In the morning. When I'm alone in my room, I hear my conscience call. Vanguard. And just like that, the show is over.
Time to go.
Grand opening, grand closing. See y'all later. Peace. Yeah. Sorry, y'all. Guess what? It is Friday, Love Supreme Friday. It always makes me feel good to be on Love Supreme Friday, though. Especially with our special guest, as you have witnessed early on. First of all, shout out to Amanda Kephart, one of my favorite people in Omaha, Nebraska. Also, King Marlon is making his debut today on the show.
Man,
yeah, man.
The prince is here.
I'm surprised we haven't had Marlon on the show before. I'm surprised we have not, but he is.
I mean, he's a pretty active chat charmer. It feels like we always have Marlon on the show.
Yeah. That's the thing. And then as soon as he called and he was like, "Hey, I want to talk about some things. I want to talk about something good coming up." As a matter of fact, this is what he's going to talk about. Save the date to the NOCP Gala.
Come on.
It's happening. Come on, man.
Get down. Got a case of the Shimons.
Shimons going down. Marlon Harrison is going to come through and talk about the NOC Save the Date on August 30th. The gala coming up,
man,
from 3 to 6. Man, Rhythm and Roots going to be a tribute to Michael Jackson. We're gonna finally talk about that. He came on and he gave us a call and was like, "Hey, I want to come on and talk about this thing." I said, "Cool. Have we ever had you on?" Nope, not yet. I said, okay. So we're gonna have Marlon on the show instead of just in the chat as he usually is, which I appreciate. Can't wait to talk
the season.
Pops in the chat giving us a good Friday evening and mad love from Las Vegas. Appreciate you, Pops.
Hey.
RG says, "Okay, LLBs."
Cool B's.
I need love, y'all. I need love. Also, Sue Kessler Hagen says, "Happy Friday."
Hey.
And RG says, y'all gonna have to call Marlon the Kang, not the King.
Okay, the Kang.
Kang Marlon. That's right. It's going down.
Kang around here.
It is Friday, and there's a lot going on this week. Let us know if you've been to any of the events that happened over the past week. We know that, of course, a lot of people showed up for the city council meeting. There were some people for and people against.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff that went down over there and lots of comments made.
Some words.
And some words. Ultimately, we will talk about the outcome of that meeting and what's been going on since. But there's also some fun stuff that happened as well. I don't know if you guys made that It's a Trap show with those the beat makers and the orchestra. I heard it was off the hook. I saw a lot of people who were putting a lot of videos out about the night. Shout out to Joaquin Fox for putting that "It's a Trap" show on.
Man,
Yeah, I'm
I,
sorry I missed that.
I gotta say, bro, I'm happy, excited, and impressed by our African community that's growing in Omaha and the artists coming out of that, man. Shout out to Kusher Snazzy, man. Shout out to, what I'm saying, everybody out there doing it, man. Afrofest coming up. It's a thing. It's a wave. I'm paying attention. I'm seeing it. They move it. I like it.
Big
I like
time.
it.
Big
I
time.
like it.
There's a lot of good stuff happening out here too, and I do like the sets that are being put together. Everybody's kind of getting together and really thriving and doing what they can do. There's a lot of
Man.
things coming up as well that we'll definitely have to talk about that's in the news right now too. Shout out to Chris Baby Boy Bolin, who's going to be he's going to be hosting Habitat Humanity Voices in Action. He's going to be a speaker. Housing is healthcare. Join the conversation. This is happening September 1st at 5:30 to 7.
Man.
Yeah, we'll put that link into the chat there so you can get your tickets and go to that and see what's going on there. It's a symposium, I believe. There's a few other speakers that are going to be happening here, so definitely check it out. But shout out to Chris Bowling for coming through and speaking on this as well. It's going to be interesting. Yeah, man, it's going to be some interesting stuff. Also, stuff for the babies, man. Babies get to come out and yell at the adults again. Teens, come tell adults how you really feel. I believe they had one of these last year that was pretty successful at the Gene Leahy Mall. We downtown from 6 to 8. Yeah, it's a good idea, man. September 5th, 2026. Tired of being shut down, shut out, and unheard?
Hey.
It's a youth-focused violence prevention listening session. Right on time. Somebody brought a gun to school today. There was a big hoopla about that around here.
Man.
Interesting times, man. I remember going to school back in the day and somebody brought a gun to school and brought it for show and tell. Now somebody brings a gun to school, SWAT team out there, locked down. You don't know what's gonna happen.
Man.
He wasn't even trying to shoot nobody. He just brought one in his backpack. So yeah. We'll talk about it.
Definitely. Got some fam that was kind of wrapped up into that, man. Got, one of my cousins got some, one of my cousins, their babies go out there, man. So yeah. Prayers out. I'm glad. We'll talk about it.
But everything's cool for sure.
But I will say those teams probably got something to say about this minimum wage situation going on too. I would love to hear from them on that.
Yeah. The ones that's out there making that low kid minimum wage they got going on.
Man.
Just because. We got to talk about Hollins, of course. There's early bird tickets for the Hollins Festival. We were talking about this already, man, because they got heavy hitters, Pieces of a Dream coming. Labor Day weekend is coming up, and then also Eric Darius, Vincent Ngala, and Jesse J. There's so many heavy hitters coming on this show. It's crazy. September 4th is going down, and September 5th, all Labor Day weekend. And they showed us this. I got the wrong thing. They showed us this early bird ticket holders only exclusive invitation for the Friday, September 4th show. Cocktail hour from 6 to 7 at the VIP Founders Room at the Holland Performing Arts Center. Cash bar and light hors d'oeuvres. Put your pinkies high and come on through to this. You got to go to the Holland site in order for you to be able to get tickets for this. So let me see if I can grab that link and put that in the chat for you as well, just in case you're interested. Kind of, sounds cool to me. It's kind of right up my alley. I love that kind of pinky high stuff,
Yeah, hors d'oeuvres.
Yeah, man. Hors d'oeuvres is going down.
Yes, sir.
So there we go. That's one of the things that's going down, of course. Let's see. And then we flashed this. Michaela Danner is hiring for canvassers, $25 an hour. So, it's a reminder we are in the voting season. It's coming up in November. Big stuff happening. Of course, Michaela Danner is running for the Douglas County Attorney, Don Klein's seat.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And then there's some jobs to be had, some jobs to be had out there. So shout out to her for doing this. Of course, we talked about Black in Action. It's Black in Action Collective that's also doing this for canvassers. Paid canvassers $26 an hour, register Black voters across Nebraska. That's the mission. And they're making it happen as well. So there's a couple of jobs out there if you want to get involved, make a little coin and, get that good cause going on. Make it happen. Make some change happen around here.
Boots to the roots.
We've been talking a lot about Center Mall and all the things that's going on in Center Mall. As a matter of fact, we got a story today about that whole area. But right now, our friend Lavelle Wells is still over there in the Center Mall at his Native Soul Big Elk office. He's going to be doing some Indian tacos here coming up as well. So shout out to him for doing that next Friday, September 4th. This is happening. So get ready for that. Yeah, he's always got the good food over there. You could pre-order by giving them a call 402-216-1953, or just show some support. Of course, it's a fundraiser for his Native Soul Big Elk office, where he does some more kind of beyond the stigma type of stuff with the men. Having some conversations and really kind of letting people express themselves and finding some support with each other. So it's a good cause. And that brother is the great connector when it comes to the Black community and the indigenous community in a big way. So I'm always down to support what he's doing over there. Shout out, brother Lavelle Wells. Let's get your Indian taco on, for real. That's just some of the things that's going on. And of course, we already talked to you about our special guest coming through, Amanda Kephart from Film Stream. She's going to talk about some of the events that are coming up there. And then Marlon Harrison is coming through. He's coming through today as well to speak on the gala that's coming up. It is gala season happening. It's coming up very soon. Get ready for that. And yeah, we'll talk a little bit more about some haps that's going on the rest of the weekend as well. And also next week, some things coming up. And of course, if there's anything that we're missing, we would love for you to put the haps in the chat. Also put them on the Friends of First Sky Omaha group page on Facebook, if you will. And I really appreciate everybody who's doing that. Thank you. I see Lakeisha Green in the chat saying the show It's a Trap was amazing.
Okay.
I saw some heads, man. And first of all, everybody was dressed to the nines too. And I saw some heads out there, and it went down.
Man. Also, a piece of Sister Lakeisha, man. I see y'all doing something for hip hop, the Union Hip Hop night coming up. Looks like it's gonna be a good time. Okay, I like that.
Shout out DJ Mr. Soul. Shout out, the stuff we want to see on the Deuce. This is what I'm talking about.
Come on.
Yeah, love it. Marlon Harrison in the chat. Good evening, First Sky Omaha, and happy TGIF to everyone. And stay tuned. He's making his debut soon, very soon.
Yes.
Also, RG says, yeah, man, the gala is rescheduled, but Marlon is going to tell you about that. Okay, cool. We got a new time for that. He says, we need to bring back music programming and music classes. He said, when I told someone that Lenny Kravitz was coming to Omaha, they didn't know he made music. Oh, what you think he did? Lenny Kravitz? Say what? I don't understand. I am confused. Yeah,
I guess he's just Zoe Kravitz's dad now, I guess.
Wow.
That's crazy.
That is crazy. I'm still mad at him for getting released about name. That's what I'm still mad at him about.
Come on, man. Come on.
She says a time will be had, talking about what is it, 87.9, no, not 87.9, 89.7, the culture.
Mm-hmm. Hip hop appreciation night.
DJ Mr. Soul, hip hop appreciation. I like that. Appreciate hip hop. There you go.
You got it.
Archie said they just knew Lenny from the Hunger Games. Woo, boy, I tell you what, I'm getting old.
Man, is that where we are now? That's
it. Get ready. More of that coming for real. Before I get on with my stories, I'm going to get over here to Buddy. We'll talk about what the thread is today. We definitely have a thread that we're going to jump into along with the Love Supreme Friday. Buddy, what's going on today?
Man, kind of looking at a couple of things, man. Looking at really two loose threads. It is a Friday, so keeping it loose on today. But of course, we will be jumping into the wins. Shout out to my man Marcy Yates, man. Shout out. Definitely going to jump into some of the wins today. But two threads that I'm looking at. One loosely is development. So definitely a lot of things going on with development. Actually, 40 million in affordable housing coming out. So we'll be talking about that. I hear it coming up. But also shout out to Omaha 100 doing the thing. Speaking of, things we like to see out on the Deuce. Yeah, Omaha 100 getting down. So we'll definitely talk about that. But also, as you mentioned earlier, a lot of conversation about the development going on in the city, throughout the city. A lot of construction happening everywhere, all at once. And the people are speaking up, not just Center Mall, which Paul mentioned earlier, but also it seems like the residents surrounding this Crossroads project has some things to say. Of course, we've been really, sharing our thoughts and opinions about this new police and fire department headquarters that's going to be coming out to that area. But it looks like the residents aren't too happy about it either. So we'll definitely jump into what they have to say and look at, again, all the projects going around. Definitely would love to hear some updates, or if anybody has any input on the Center Mall situation out there on Center, around 90th and Center. But also, shout out to what's going on at the Starlight Chateau. We also got to pay attention to that area in the hood as well. Again, a lot of development, a lot of things to pay attention to. And we're going to try to touch on all of it today. And also the second thread is some food things. Of course, as Paul mentioned, there was some conversation about $40,000 being taken away from One Omaha and being diverted to the food bank of the Midlands, I think is the name of it. A lot of conversation around that. Actually, a shout out to Senator Terrell McKinney. I definitely wanted to dive into what he had to say about that situation. But just looking at food in general, again, there is a need. Maybe that entity didn't need it, but there is definitely a need for food. Shout out to Heart Ministry Center and the work that they're doing with this new grocery store, which I do believe they get some of their food from the land bank of the Midlands. So there is a lot of conversation we had about that whole situation. Yeah, it's some conversation to be had about that whole situation. And also some mutual aid, man. Shout out to the folks out in Council Bluffs doing some good work with their community fridges. Some things we have to talk about on that front as well. And of course, we have our special guests coming through. So pretty jam-packed day today. Looking forward to it, as I mentioned. Meantime, between time, Paul B. What's the word?
Yo.
What's the word?
Man, we're going to take a break and get back to it. I'm seeing people coming into the chat. Do us a favor, if you're on Facebook, share the show on your page. Appreciate it. If you're on YouTube, share the link so somebody else can also come in. Anybody who you think would benefit from this conversation and add to it, appreciate it. I see Donnell Sessions in the chat giving us a good evening. Appreciate you.
Hey.
Also, Pop says, man, I watch all these 20 and 30 somethings discovering MJ and Prince in YouTube on YouTube reaction videos. All I can do is shake my head. But the times they are changing. You got that right, Pops. Big time. Times are changing.
It ain't the 20 and 30-year-olds. It's the 5-year-olds.
But yeah, everybody. But can you imagine being 30 and just getting hit with the Michael Jackson bug like you just discovered him? That's where we're at, bro. That's where we're at. 30 years ago was like, what was it, 1999 or something crazy? Yeah, man.
Yeah, just about.
Yeah, tough.
I remember 99. The computers was going to end the world. It was over.
Y2K.
It was over, man. It was about to be done.
Hey, but Lyricist Lounge 2 came out, and also Like Water for Chocolate, also Slum Village Volume 2. All the good music came out in 99 too. Roots, Things Fall Apart. That was a pivotal year for music as far as I'm concerned.
Man. Speaking of Lenny Kravitz, American Woman, man.
There you go. RG says, look, MTV today ain't the MTV of 40 years ago. Is MTV still on? I don't think it's still on.
I mean, does anything else come on MTV besides like what's that show? Ridiculousness? That's pretty much it. That's it.
That's how late you are. MTV is off. Ridiculous was playing back in 2015 and 16. So that's see what I mean? Time, like you like to say. We're going to take a quick break and come right back and jump into it. We appreciate you guys dealing with our deliriousness this afternoon. Hey. First Guy Omaha in the evening. Hall B, Buddy to God. Welcome back. First Guy Omaha in the evening. Hall B, Buddy to God. I got to tell y'all, it's been a tough week. I haven't talked to you about this yet, buddy, but the paperwork that I had to endure this week.
I already know, man.
With the Department of Economic Development. It's got me rethinking my life choices, bro. For real. I woke up this morning with a revelation. Things are going to change.
Hey.
It is not for me. I'm not built for that. As a matter of fact, it, stuff like that hanging over my head is stifling creativity and everything. Life
Man,
is getting disrupted over bureaucracy. I feel like I'm waking up in the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy book every day with the bureaucracy, just standing in line, just filling out form after form after form after paper after paper after hoop after hoop after jump after paper after formatting it after it is imperative when you run your own business to put a team together that has people in place that can do certain things. And it's imperative to remember, as an entrepreneur, that doesn't mean you can do all the things.
Man.
So that's my mind. That's what I'm going off of. I'm going off of 2.5 days no sleep, running like crazy in between massive bureaucracy and paperwork and ridiculousness, in between threats of money disappearing while trying to help other situations. It's been I'm only mentioning it now because of the fact that it's I'm not joking when I say this. I have rethought my life this morning.
man.
Things, yeah, it's so bad that I had to rethink how I live.
I know you're not exaggerating. That's the crazy part.
Not even a little bit. And I'm actually very, very excited about the new changes. I'm actually very excited. I feel like the floodgates are going to open back up. The doors are going to open back up. Things are going to be like it needs to be when the next Love Supreme Friday jumps off. Then it is literally, it will be the way it needs to be. I'll just say that. It'll just be the way it needs to be by that time.
Man, I feel you, bro. I feel you.
And I'm not even in the area right now where there's a massive flood, like what Pop's talking about over it. Says, and would you believe that there's other communities, other countries that are noted for having red tape for far worse than America? Oh yeah, that's the crazy part. But you got me thinking about the actual real big problems that are going on. This flood in Nepal that is just like,
Gary.
What's going on in Gary right now? Like, how do you even navigate? And this is the beauty of like us. You want to know the premise behind this show and this effort. We are trying to make some sense of some things. This is why we can't abide by anything that's going to slow us down or any disrespect or any of the unnecessary things that makes it so that you cannot continue on in the thought. We're trying to gather thoughts. We're trying to wrangle everything that's happening. We're trying to be aware enough to figure out where we can make a difference. We have to talk ourselves into letting go of some things that we don't have control of. There's a lot going on here with these conversations, and it's all so that we can figure out how we deal with the world and ourselves. So when we don't make any progress there because of some abstract, ridiculous whatever, that's when it gets like, what are we even doing this for? That's where it goes. We're not doing this to be cool with some political party. We're not doing this to be what we're doing. The only reason why we're here is to uplift our community and help us to collectively come to some consensus and help each other work out the issues of our lives and the rest of the world, and not go crazy. I'm an artist. I'm around a lot of sensitive people that are hurting every day when they see something happening like in Nepal and these other places. And then I got people on the other side of my life that's like, I ain't got nothing to do with that. That ain't down the street from me. And they can block it out. We got to find some middle ground here, some in between where we can care about some things, but not overload ourselves, help where we can, but not beat ourselves up when we can't. It's a constant daily balance that I've been neglecting because of ridiculousness. And I have rethought my life this morning, and I will be doing things different from now on. Straight up.
Yeah. There's a lot of layers to that. But I will say you've been seeing the Netflix documentary memes that's going around. Everybody like this is me setting up. We're gonna have to do a DED documentary, man. Like this whole Insorg situation, man. It got to be talked about. It has to be talked about. It's been a crap show, just to say the least. I'll just say that. Like,
and it's not even. Yeah. I'm not gonna get into that. That would be the whole show, bro. Like you said, it'd be a documentary. It'd be a documentary, like you said. But that's not. But I don't even want to put it all on that. That's not the only thing. Mm-hmm. It's also what's got me into the situation, because this is part of my fault too. I could have handled this a totally different way. The Insorg thing. What made me deal with it this way? What was the trauma that made me deal with it the way I dealt with it? What was the thing that made me go, I don't think I got time to do anything else but worry about this. Even if I'm not doing nothing about it right now, I'm worried about it big time. It's hanging over my head. I can't let anything else happen until this. But this is something, and I know I can, and I'm smart enough to figure this out, but I don't want to ever figure this out. I don't ever want to understand the inner workings of the DED and how they work and I don't ever need to know that. That is not me learning another language. That is not me learning another instrument. There's no reason for me to understand how the DED works. So it's tough when you have to go through lessons to figure out how to get something done with a situation that you don't want to have nothing to do with. It really is kind of, I'm glad it happened because I'm understanding now, like, more about myself, how I work, how I got to keep on working. And the more I understand about me, the more I can relay, the more we can, maybe somebody can take that as an example of and apply it, and we can be on the same page because we're all under the same pressures. That's what it is, man. That's what it is. So shout out to you for changing up the format of the show to where we look at the wins first on this show. The wins, setting the tone with like, oh, that's right. I can appreciate some things. Oh, that's right. Some things are good. That's right. I got you. Yeah. So shout out to you for doing that, because that makes all the difference. It makes all the difference setting the tone for the show, especially when I'm coming in hot like this, 3 days of no sleep, wilding out, soapboxing, telling all my business, all the stuff. And then I go, oh, wait a minute, camera's on, lights on, talking to buddy, chat's going off. We got the fam's here. And what do we do first? There's some order. What do we do first? You know what we do first? The wins. Let me know what's happening. Tell me how we win. Tell me how we winning, buddy, please.
Man, I appreciate that toss up, and sometimes that's what this platform is for. You know what I mean? To let some steam off and share some perspective. So I appreciate that. Maybe somebody out there needed to hear that. But yeah, let's get into the wins, man, because there's a lot of nonsense we can all let some steam off for. But that's the whole point. That's the whole point, celebrating the wins. And I definitely want to recognize two brothers, some black boy joy, if you will, coming out of North Omaha, man, making national waves. Actually international, starting with brother Bud Crawford, again coming from North Omaha's own Bud Crawford, being reported in Reuters, giving the president of Ukraine a dog.
Wow.
And this is a whole nother conversation as far as the politics and things like that, but shout out to Paul Philman for sharing this on Friends Of. It was just nice to see, because I've been to the house been by the house that Bud Crawford grew up in. I know the area, I know the neighborhood, I know the soil that he comes from. So to be with the president of a whole nother country, giving him a dog on some diplomatic relationship, it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing to see a kid from North Omaha making international moves like that. So it's a win. It's a win in my book.
I feel that.
It's a win.
What prompted this? How did he get with?
So he was in Ukraine doing some sports work. He was being an ambassador as an American boxer and showing support for Ukrainian boxing and youth sports. He was actually there with the national ambassador and advisor to the youth and sports commissioner for Ukraine. And during that meeting, during that trip, again, there's a footage. You can find that on Friends of First Sky on Facebook. But it was an exchange in which Bud Crawford was able to give President Zelensky a dog. American Pit Bull Terrier. So just all the things around it, just to see somebody like from North Omaha representing.
Yeah.
Representation goes a long way.
A lot of people said that when he shook hands with Trump, when that picture went around with him and Trump.
Yeah.
Everybody was, a lot of people were disappointed, but his point was, look, man, I'm a young man from Omaha, Nebraska, shaking hands with the president of the United States. That's a flex.
Right. And he kind of clarified that Trump was a fan of him, not the other way around.
Hey.
I just say that. But anyway, so that's one of the wins. Another one is another boy from North Omaha, and a man now doing big things, man. Shout out to my man, Marcy Yates, getting a national campaign with McDonald's.
Making that McD's money.
Making them McDuckets. Shout out to Marcy Yates, man. If you don't know about Marcy, man, just tap in. The Culture House is doing great things. Representing the culture, housing the culture, for real. Right there on the Deuce. They just had an art battle, amazing event. If you've never been to art battle, do yourself a favor. Take some time, check it out. See some good art, hear some good music, catch some good vibes. The Culture House does it. But not only that, community events, civic engagement, shopping, get you some threads. I got a couple threads. Yeah, you see me, I'm a fly dresser. Some of that stuff comes from the Culture House, man. Check them out. Shout out.
Man, not to mention the fashion show that they got going on there that they do periodically. The fashion show is becoming a major piece in fashion in Omaha, of which, Fashion Week, we got one of the best fashion weeks in the country that's not the majors like New York and LA. Right. And they got to stand up and pay attention to what Culture House is doing with the fashion shows for sure. So, all the way around. And then on top of that, the brother is still an artist. The brother is still finding time amongst everything else to put his art out there, and this is what he's actually being recognized for. If you check out some of these McDonald's campaigns, he's got some verses going on. He got, what I'm saying? Man. It's a really interesting look how they're doing this this kind of profile of him as an ad. Really interesting look. And for those and people need to kind of pay more attention to like exactly what's happening there. Like you said, not just in this country, but worldwide acclaim for a lot of situations. A lot of major magazines is covering him right now. Shout out to Kyle Eustace. Shout out to McDonald's. Shout out to his other campaigns and other things he's got going on behind the scenes, where he's like putting some things down, man. He's bringing some attention to this place in a way that only a champion of the area can do. I talk about champions all the time. A champion of the area. Think about what Minneapolis was before Prince. Minneapolis was just a cold town with a whole bunch of country radio stations, and then Prince came and turned it into this whole nother area, nother thing, because of him going out into the world, doing what he does, and then bringing it back to his hometown. We talking about champions. Bud Crawford, champion. Marcy Yates, champion. These cats could easily be living in Atlanta, LA, anywhere in the world right now, doing stuff. They're doing stuff in town. So you're right. It's a win in a big way. Appreciate it.
There you go. So, yeah, that's a good way to kick off the show. I think we got time for our special guest now.
We do. Special guest coming up. Yeah, as a matter of fact, we're a little overtime. So I'm gonna come back to I forgot. I was thinking 45. It's 30. I'm gonna come back to the chat here, but right now we're gonna go ahead and bring in our special guest. Been patiently waiting in the wings. We'll go ahead and bring her in because, again, like we said, one of my favorite people in Omaha, Nebraska, Amanda Kephart, is in the house. Hey,
speaking of champions. Hey.
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm good. I'm outside of my normal. Actually, I'm looking at purview.
Okay.
This is my house.
We got you at home today.
Yes, I was at the map. I like a map. No, I was at the Dundee Theater all day, and I usually play Dungeons and Dragons on Friday night. So I was skedaddling out to get home to get ready for that. And I kind of like this Friday flow. It feels good. It feels nice.
Okay. I'm glad you do. It is definitely closer to the hours at which we actually operate. So
the morning is actually in my world, in my wheelhouse. But I also still dig this time of day.
Yeah.
The golden hour.
Happy hour, if you will.
It's good to see you both.
Likewise.
It's good to see you too. It feels like it's been a while.
It does.
Yeah. What's been going? I know we went on a break and everything, and then we fired it back up later. But I guess it's been a few months. So tell us what's been happening significantly in your life in the last few months.
Well, we started doing film streams on the green, which is super exciting. So every other Monday night out at Sunny's Builders Green. I feel like I'm going to do a whole bunch of product placements for everybody right now. I was flipping through the Omaha Star that came this afternoon.
Hey, there you go.
Because social media is not my jam, and I'm like, oh, Afrofest Omaha is also going to be at Sunny's Builders District in the first week in September.
Okay, I was wondering where it was going to be at this time. All right.
Yeah, outside. So that'll be good. Excited about that. We've just been planning for the rest of the year over at Filmstream. So we've been doing a lot of that work, thinking about what we're going to play for our holiday season, what the start of the year is going to look like for us, figuring out and cementing a couple of collaborations to move through the rest of the year.
Okay.
That's
Love
it.
that.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay.
That's it.
Hey.
That's been my whole summer. Like, I didn't do anything fun. I mean, work is fun, but I didn't do anything. Like, I didn't go on any vacations or anything. So
Okay.
I am name dropping. I will name drop. I love it. I love it.
That's all right. Hey, we're gonna talk about Spike Lee at some time today again because
you
got to sit with him.
I did.
So yeah, name drop all you want.
Well, can I just say that right before I popped on, I love what you guys are covering, right? Like, first of all, super cool about Bud going over to the Ukraine, and anybody who's old school boxer, I shouldn't even say old school, 90s boxing fan, knows about the Klitschko brothers. One of them was with Hayden Panettiere. The other has been the mayor of Kiev since 2014. And, you know, they were both world champions. So there's a huge tie-in too, right? Like,
okay, fun fact.
Fun fact. Yeah, I was like, I'm gonna write stuff down. You guys are on point today.
We try to be.
Yeah,
I
that's
love it.
awesome. What a point. I wonder if Bud knew that and Bud connected with anybody over there like that. That's I mean, he was over there doing some training and some sports stuff, so he may have.
Yeah.
Yes, Klitschko. The Klitschko brothers. I can't
Vladimir
remember.
Klitschko.
Yeah, I think Vitaly is the one who is the mayor.
Okay,
that's crazy.
Yeah. Yes, I know, but they fought like champs.
Deep on the boxing knowledge. I see you.
Yeah. Well, there wasn't much to do in Omaha in the 90s.
And by the way, the 90s is the good old days. So
it is. Also, you were talking about the 90s and the music. Erykah Badu just had an article that came out in The Guardian. She's got a new album coming out.
With The Alchemist?
Yes, with The Alchemist.
Yes.
I'm very excited about that.
That album.
So, yes. You know, I loved hearing about Marcy. I thought that was amazing too. Mr. Yates over at Culture House.
Yes, sir.
That cat deserves it. Deserves all the accolades for sure. So, yay.
Been doing it. There's actually a whole lot of 90s stuff coming back. I ain't gonna say nothing, buddy. Don't worry. I ain't gonna say nothing. Buddy has some inside information on some things that we can't say on the show, but I can at least say that sentence about the stuff that we can't say on the show.
Okay.
I'll be able to say it. I can say it because they've been promoting and posting and things like that.
Wait.
Farside.
Say what?
Go on.
They've been posting and promoting this. It's out there. It's not the Far Side.
What are they doing?
They're working on it. They're working on some work. They're working on some.
We getting the Far Side album, y'all.
That's so exciting.
They've been posting.
Check out coming through Omaha. We're getting a new Far Side album. Oh my goodness.
Check out the social media. You know.
See,
I see some of the Stank fam in there.
Normally it's you who says stuff on this show that you ain't supposed to say yet.
I know.
This is
we now are doing like a thing. We like have a secret sharing thing. I love this.
It's a thing.
Yeah. It's a thing.
I remember. Before. I'm sorry, Paul.
No, go ahead.
Go ahead. I remember when the Bizarre Ride 2 showed up at my house from Columbia Records in a box. That's okay. That's how long I've loved the Far Side.
The 90s.
You go.
Okay.
Anyway. I'll just say I'm excited. I'm excited.
More to come on this. More to come.
Thank you for sharing with me. Yes.
Who's singing? RG always sing. Already singing. She keeps on passing me by. Yes.
Yeah, man. I mean, drop is my thing, but you know. The
whole album.
The whole album. Let's be real. Your mom's so fat.
Look. I want so bad to say how fat is she? But we got to get to the interview.
I almost busted out like a full rap.
Me too. That's what I'm saying.
Contain the bars. Contain the bars.
We got to contain the bars. I was going to give you the whole song. Oh my gosh.
I'm so sorry I derailed us. This is Friday energy. I love it.
It is. That's what we're here for.
That's what I needed. I needed the love. I needed the love today, for real. Yeah, it's been a tough week, so I'm very happy to see you today.
Thank you.
And
Thank you, my
to
friend.
hear about what is going on in Film Stream. You said new partnerships are on the way and all these things as well. Before we get to some of the movies that you want to drop, you want to drop a little information about some potential partnerships that you ain't supposed to tell us yet. That's supposed to that's going to happen.
Some teamwork, some dream work.
No, Buddy did the secret drop on this episode.
All right.
Next time I'm on, I will drop a secret.
Okay.
I hear you.
Okay.
All right. I guess so.
We just have to talk about regular stuff.
We gotta talk about regular
what you got. I mean, I guess the regular stuff at Film Stream's regular stuff is pretty cool.
It is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yes, it is very cool. As a matter of fact, let's get to it. What's standing out now? Your man sends over some things for us to be us to check out.
Shout out
Reese. Getting busy
Reese.
with the information. Yep. And there's always a plethora. There's always a bunch of different things all over the place that seem very interesting. But there's always something that kind of stands out amongst the other things for us anyway. So
what's jumping out for you all?
Well, I helped build the Benson Theater, and we did some silent film stuff over there with a piano player once.
Yeah,
it is something I really wanted to do, and I was thinking, why don't we ever have that again, where we have like silent film playing with like a band and orchestra, so on and so something. Those types of things I'm very interested in. So which movie is that? I can't remember which movie that is. If this happens,
The Adventures of Prince Ahmed.
Yes.
Aha.
So The Adventures of Prince Ahmed is a film from 1926. It's one of the first animated films that exists. It was created and directed by a woman. Her name is escaping me right now, as it frequently does.
Lot Reiniger?
Yes. Thank you. Lottie Reiniger. So German from not quite Germany yet, but anyway, German film. And it's based on one of the tales of the 1001 Arabian Nights. And it is paired with an orchestration from the Anvil Orchestra, who is this year will be with us as a duo. And they don't always bring huge hammers with them, but sometimes they do. So this will be on Tuesday, September 29th at the Dundee Theater. Tickets, I believe, just went on sale for members. I think they're going wide early next week. This is amazing. We worked with them last year. They're out on the East Coast. They're flying in. We're flying them in. A lot of their equipment in. We're sourcing some of it locally. And it's going to be amazing. And we're super excited. So, that it's so different, right? Like hearing music live as you're watching something, it's a disconnection for our brains to engage in that. So I'm excited. I've got my ticket, and I'll be in the crowd that night watching.
That's what's up. I'm excited to meet the guy with 4 arms right here. He looks pretty cool.
Hammers.
And I wonder if they're bringing the big anvil this time. But it is interesting to do that. I think of the old school, old style. It seems more fun when you have a silent film. That is, it seems more fun to have like a band or piano player or somebody playing in the orchestra pit while something's going on the screen, in the same dynamic that it happens on stage. But it can happen on the screen. That same dynamic used to happen like that all the time before they had talkies. So this is really interesting that another dynamic to bring back, and it strikes me as a way that we could be, uplifting some bands and some musicians at the same time for some stuff. Like, you ever thought about doing? I know a band that can play Dark Side of the Moon the whole album. We should do the whole Wizard of Oz thing at the theater with that. You know what I mean?
Keep talking. I love ideas. I do. No, I think it's amazing. Like, I think there's something, I don't know, like, it feels very old timey, right? Like when you walk into a scenario like that, like even if you don't have a frame of reference, you're like, this doesn't feel normal. This feels like something my grandma would do, you know? And like I said, like that sonic disconnection or that sonic connection of hearing something live and seeing something that is a transferred image, right? You know, so watching the film that's transferred, but then hearing the sound live, I think is a very different sort of way to walk. And it's an experience that we're looking very forward to. So we do, and we will continue to try and do something like this. It might not always be these partners, but they're amazing. And this is in celebration of Silent Movie Day, which is Tuesday, the 29th of September. So,
got you. Sounds
yes.
good. If you want to do something like this again, I got a keyboard player that can play like old Scott Joplin, like ragtime stuff, and that worked really well with one of those old school. Yeah,
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I just met a young brother who I bought his album. This was a couple months ago. He's down in Missouri who just released a record of Scott Joplin on being like rethought Scott Joplin music on.
I need to hear that. I used to try to play Scott Joplin back in the day. I got to hear this.
Yeah, I'll make sure I show you. I share with you who that is.
Okay, that sounds good. So we talk a little bit about an experience that's happening at Film Streams, and what about a narrative buddy? Anything standing out to you narratively that it sounds interesting to go check out?
There's actually a couple. I'm actually looking at the website to see what was not and what resent me, but the one about the cross country trip, I believe Dreams and Nightmares.
Oh yes,
I mean, everything is seeming interesting. The life after is also kind of interesting, but that's interesting for a whole nother issue. But yes. Right. Can you speak to Dreams and Nightmares?
Yeah, absolutely. So Dreams and Nightmares is part of our Real Talk Pro. And so that's when we bring in someone who's actually worked on the film into the theater. We have a conversation with them. So Shatara Michelle Ford is the director of this film. And it also stars Danae Benton, who people might recognize from The Gilded Age as well. And it's this road trip story, classic Americana road trip story, but it's told from the perspective of the leads, right, which are three queer femme Black characters, and it's awesome. So Eli, who's our general manager of programming, he actually was one of the PAs on this, and so when it got done and got cut and made it through the film festival circuit, started in distribution and release, and Shatara reached out to Eli and was like, can I come and can we talk about this? And Eli was like, yes. And Shatara was like, only if it's you who does the moderation. And Eli was like, okay. So Shatara is going to be with us on September 9th for a live conversation. This is their second film. And I think, I haven't seen it. I've just seen the trailer and it looks amazing and touching and all the things a road trip movie should be. And I think we're going to see more from Shatara Michelle Ford in the coming years. So like this is an opportunity to catch a director early in their career who's got a lot of energy and youthfulness and vivacity, and I think is going to make a big name for themselves.
I like vivacity. I do. It's very vivacious. Yes,
so vivacious.
Could I ask you a question about this? Do you know who happened to pick this up? Who's distributed the film? Do you know?
I don't off the top of my head.
I'm starting to get into the knowing that, because who's picking up Black films like this, or who's
there it feels like there's some interesting movement happening in the recognition of women of color in the film industry in a behind the scenes way. They just named the new executive director of the Art House Convergence, which is a large organization of art houses nationwide. I can't think of her name, but she's a woman of color. When some of us were up at Art House Convergence in Chicago a few months ago, they have a big conference every year, and they did this wonderful fireside chat with two women of color. I mean, so like there's work happening, bubbling, right? Like we need more representation, and there are more production companies that are being started and founded by individuals of color. And so like it feels like now is a really exciting time for some of the democratization of film.
Yeah, I'm really
Man.
interested in that. I'm really now that when I more I learned about how these things work, and I've had some experience with some people who have films on the film circuit,
Yeah.
the show circuit, where you can't show your film in the theater because it's on the circuit, Cannes Film Festival and everything else. And then when it
Right.
gets, and then you're doing that so that you can attract a buyer and somebody who wants to
Yes.
distribute.
Yes.
Here's her name, by the way, Lugo Metacon.
Yes. Thank you.
Yep. And
She's the Convergence executive director.
yeah, that's
Nice.
interesting. I never even heard of this organization. I gotta check it
Yeah,
out.
yeah, right.
But it's so it's interesting to me, like who's backing, who's got the money to the people that have the money to back films and distribute films. Really interesting to see where they sway nowadays, because
It is. Well, and I mean, there are some film fests. So like say we make a movie. Say the three of us make this documentary you're talking about earlier,
I
right?
see it coming, by the way. Yeah.
And we decide we want this to go wide for distribution. So if we want to get that critical acclaim, those laurels that sit on the bottom of your movie poster, right? You have to send it to film festivals. Some you have to pay to get into, some you don't. But if you try to distribute the film before that, you can't submit it to film festivals. So then you can't get the acclaim of winning Cannes or, whatever. And without that acclaim, it's really unlikely that your film's going to get picked up. If you're even if you're a huge director, like you want your film to debut at one of these festivals a lot of the time, I would say that what has been incredibly helpful, I mean, this is a conversation that's been ongoing, right? And you got, all I can think of is Mario Van Peebles, but his dad, right, who's like doing all this production. Melvin, thank you. Who's doing all this work in the 70s, and like there's so many pioneers in the 60s and 70s who are creating these pieces whose work often goes overlooked, right? But then 25 years ago, you've got the creation of Martha's Vineyard African American Film Festival. So you really there was a real true place to go as a Black American and say, this is what I made. Look at this. Let's talk about it together. Right. And now that is blossomed into, I don't know, I've never been. I don't know if I can afford to go. But it's blossomed into this like culture making week where, the Obama's distribution and production company is releasing films. I just saw a great film a couple months ago that at a festival called Their Eyes Were Watching Ghana. And it's so good. And I've been asking Eli to keep his eye on it. It's a documentary about Kwame Nkrumah. And really, it's about the guy who was his photographer and videographer and what he did to keep all of these original, files and reels. It's amazing. So the Obamas produced that. If you catch, I mean, it's a beautiful story and it's told so well. So if you get the opportunity to catch that, it's great. But so there are all these pieces that come out that you hope will make it somewhere local to you. We've got so many fans and members who are like really watching these film festival circuits and seeing what movies are coming out and reading the synopses. And, it's remarkable how the industry works. Yeah. It really, yeah.
I just want to give a quick shout out to our Omaha Film Festival, which is also one of the best film festivals in the country. Man, they are incredible. When I had to film in, I got picked for Kansas City and a couple other places, so I was floating around checking them all out, and I was like, they ain't doing it right. I'm spoiled over here at Omaha Film Festival. Omaha Film Festival is really, really good. And I used to go to like Palm Springs Film Festival and stuff in California all the time. So like I'm comparing it to some bigger ones, and I got to give them some props.
I think we chatted with Mark at the beginning of this year, and I think that he said they had over 250 submissions and now global submissions, right? Which is remarkable. And then, you mentioned the Benson Theater earlier. We'll also shout out Benson Film Festival.
Benson's growing big time.
Yeah, our community is doing good work in trying to support artists, and we're lucky that we have access to the arts in the way we do, and that we live in a 20-minute town. Because when I was up in Chicago, they were like, "Oh, we're doing this after event." I was like, "How far away is it?" They're like, "An hour by car." I was like, "I'm not going to that. I gotta go to bed."
Hey, I've been to certain towns where you had to drive a half hour to the other theater where the rest of the movies were playing for the festival.
Atlanta.
Spread out.
Okay,
South by Southwest too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, South by Southwest. Oof.
It'll be interesting to see how Sundance fares as they've moved out of Utah and into Boulder, Colorado this year. So we'll see if they lock in some close walkability for all the guests.
Big
It's
time.
interesting. It's interesting.
Go ahead.
Kind of while we're on that tip, I do want to give a shout out to some Omaha, folk making some waves. Of course, my Omaha just getting picked up. Actually, next month or a month in October, I think they'll be making their national debut on PBS. So big shout out to Nick for that one. And if I'm not mistaken, I think The Visible is doing some things. Am I not? Did I miss that?
Yeah, they got another showing coming up. I did see that. I didn't get all the information, but I did see another showing. Yeah.
Look out for that, man. But man, shout out to The Visible, man. Hopefully somebody picks that up as well, because as far as storytelling in Omaha being a microcosm of some bigger issues, redlining is definitely one of those. So big shout out to everybody who's still pushing The Visible as well.
And Shamika, go ahead.
I was just gonna say,
go ahead.
Both of those two films, along with a couple of others, are part of our school to screen program, right? So like we're working with students and schools, teachers to like be able to show these films. So we've had the Visible governing board in as panelists. We've got rights to show that film as an educational film and in perpetuity. That doesn't count live showings, but we're figuring out how to make these things part of our more regular docket, right? They're so important. We find out that when we show films that are centered in our community, we do really well. The conversations we have with guests who come in afterwards, like there is a desire for people from Omaha to feel represented and seen. And these two of these films are doing a lot of that. And making us go, do things have to be this way? No.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Right. Shamika.
I was gonna say Shamika Greer, who was a part of the Redline movie, hit us up recently. Said she's part of another movie that's happening right now too, that is getting ready to be pretty powerhouse as well. So be looking out for some news from her. RG's in the chat saying shout out to the 402. Apparently, first of all, I was gonna say the chat is pretty quiet today, so this got me leading me to say, are you guys part of the Omaha film community at all? Have you been making movies with friends and things like that? Have you gone to the Omaha Film Festival? Do you go to the Benson Film Festival? Do you hit film streams regularly? Let us know, because usually there's a lot to be said here in the chat about everything that we're talking about, and I'm like, the chat's quiet. What's going on? Where y'all at? What's happening? So let us know. Let us know how if you're involved, especially if you're involved in any aspect of filmmaking in Omaha, Nebraska. That's really what I would like to know, because there's actually a nice little culture growing that's been growing for a lot of years now, and I think there's gonna be some talent that comes out of here at some point, on the Alexander Payne level, like what happened before. So,
man,
RG
you got
said,
corner, man.
Get your film stream membership, man. Get it for sure.
$8 tickets if you're a member. You can't get it. You can't go to a movie for $8 anywhere except film streams.
You can't.
And you get a discount on the snacks.
That's right.
Likes that.
And you see the good stuff.
Yes. Fresh popcorn, Coca-Cola products. Get your Red Vines, get your Twizzlers. We carry both.
Man, this is almost like a Wayne's World episode. You remember Wayne's World? All the product placement.
All the product placement.
I told you I was going hard on product placement today. I don't know why, but I knew.
Okay, last question about the movies situation here, because pretty much every time you come onto the show, two things happen.
Yes.
First thing is that you drop some knowledge on us that you weren't supposed to tell yet. That's the number one thing that happened. Buddy took care of that today. But the second thing is you shed a tear over something that you've seen.
I know. I haven't done that yet today.
You want to tell me about anything that moved you that way?
Well, I don't know that it's going to move me to tears today, which is okay, because I have to go and be mind creative in a little bit. But I do want to talk about the other Real Talk Pro, which is Life After, and maybe it will. So we are doing this as part of the Common Senses Festival. Common Senses is our partner for Relaxed Screenings. If you don't know, Relaxed Screenings are this great opportunity to create more accessible screenings. And so the lights are up a little bit. It's still a movie. It's still dark. The sound is a little bit lower. If you need to get up and move around, if you need to vocalize, like all of these things are okay. We have people who are on the spectrum who come in. We've got people who maybe just don't want to sit in a dark movie, or sometimes the sound is too loud. They're also usually open captioned, which is great. If you are like the young generation or the old generation who likes to have the OCAP on everything. And we do them randomly placed throughout the week. We don't do it at a static time because that's not accessible. So, if we were going to do this every Tuesday morning at 10, how many of us could actually go to that screening? So who is it benefiting? So that flexibility provides a lot of ability for families and individuals who would want to come to the screening. We've had people who've come in and like knitted and crocheted while they're watching movies. Got a group of older ladies who came in and they're like, oh my gosh, we can chat through the whole thing. I was like, in fact, you can, ladies. Keep it to a reasonable amount. So it's a really great way to see a film. I recommend everybody try it at least once. If it's not your thing, we'll talk about that. But so Common Senses is an amazing organization, and we work with them on these relaxed screenings. They've actually been supporting another partner organization, another theater on the East Coast a little bit, which is super cool because they're Omaha. And we're showing the film Life to After. And the director, Reed Davenport, is coming in for this. And it is a film about disability rights. So it's about the ability to choose how you want to live or not. And it's actually centered around one individual, a Californian named Elizabeth Bouvia, who sought the right to die. And so that was in 1983. And then the film follows a Canadian woman who is going through this and trying to fight for her right to say, I'm good here. So, it's a documentary. It's talking about moral and ethical issues. It's talking about who gets to choose what my healthcare looks like. I think that thinking about it from that perspective makes it makes it easier to understand for a lot more people, right? Do I get a say in what my healthcare is? Or is my healthcare thrust upon me? Are my choices being dictated by someone else? Usually someone who doesn't look or sound like me, right? So I think there's some real weight for this. So we'll be doing a Q&A after the screening with Reed. I haven't had the pleasure of meeting him yet, but I hear he's just an amazing human. The Common Senses Festival is actually, I think this is the third. I know this is the third year because I've worked on it a couple of other times. So the Common Senses Festival is really this opportunity for individuals, families, caregivers, acquaintances, friends, everyone, but especially those who are supportive of individuals who are on the spectrum, to learn more about what that means, to find places that are more accessible. So we've got this Real Talk Pro with Reed, and that's happening on Wednesday, September 23rd. There are panels that are happening that are open to the public. We're actually the day after kickoff. It kicks off on September 12th. On September 13th, which is a Sunday, we'll actually have 3 different relaxed screenings that day to accommodate individuals and families who maybe want to get out of the heat or just need a break or want to come to a relaxed screening. And so, the other thing is when we do our relaxed screenings, they cover the gamut of films. Actually had somebody say, well, why would you be showing like a rated R movie? And I was like, why would we not be? You're making assumptions about what accommodations are and who they're for. So I will say that my personal relationship with the 2 amazing humans who run Common Senses, I've learned so much about other people. I've learned so much about myself. I've learned so much about how to be more thoughtful in the way I move through the world. So, there are events happening at Kaneko. There's events happening with us at Film Streams, a whole slew of other partners. You can go to commonsensesfestival.org if you wanted to check out more about them.
Absolutely. Man. Is the relaxed screenings a thing that you guys came up with, or is this something that other theaters do with this festival?
Yeah. So I think from like a trying to figure it out place, we've seen other theaters do like mother's screenings or parent screenings or something like that, right? Where you're like, there's this moment where there may be disruptions to the film, people may be getting up, there may be sounds, what have you. But the relaxed screening is really not about that. It's about creating this space that anyone can come and enjoy. And so I'm not sure where the idea came. I just know that early on when I was at Film Streams, I had the opportunity to sit down with Kate Weitz and Lauren Ohm, who are at Common Senses, and Maggie Wood, who's our executive director. And I was like, oh yeah, no, this is perfect. Like, let's figure this out. Like, how can I support this? And so our iteration has been so successful. Another art house cinema on the East Coast, they actually have, I believe, 6 or 7 theaters. They reached out to us and they were like, hey, can we talk about this? And I just been on a panel with another person who was at that theater. And I was like, let's get everybody in a room together. And, our friends here in Omaha can help you think about how to do this. And so, I do think from, an art house cinema perspective, the other organizations are looking to us as an industry leader on this right now.
I was going to say,
which is pretty remarkable.
It's such a good idea. It's such a genius idea.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Like, what if you love watching movies, but you love taking notes, right? Like, you can do this in a relaxed screening because the lights are, you could sit underneath a light and it's a little bit brighter. Our team worked really hard to find the right levels. So it felt like you were in a movie, but the volume wasn't too intrusive, and figuring out how to build that cadence, which means figuring out how to not have a cadence. All of this was really challenging, even working with our distributors to and our distribution team, our booking company, I should say, we work with a booking company. They are super into making sure that as many films that they provide or help us get are open caption or closed caption, or there's hearing loop. Which you can, we have those at our theaters, which will sort of bring the sound right into your hearing aid. We've got closed caption devices that are like little screen readers. So they actually sit in your drink cup, and then you get your closed captioning like right here next to you if it's not a closed caption film or open caption film. So we work really diligently to create accessibility. So yes, the relaxed screening does cost the same as the regular screening.
It is.
You're a member.
It is so genius, this idea, and it just is reminding me about how spoiled we are with having the best art house in the country, as far as I'm concerned.
Just the intention behind it.
I've been to a lot of them.
We're pretty up there.
Yeah, that's real. I like the relaxed screening. We also gonna need a black screening at some point. One of those.
We're working on it.
We can all talk. Okay. So we can all talk during the film. Okay, go ahead.
This is not necessary. I mean, it is. I'm having lunch with our friend Joanna LaFleur, who is the executive director over at Malcolm X Memorial Foundation. So we are plotting to do something. So we're going to work at this. This is the secret. So Joanna and I are going to get together in a couple of weeks and try and figure out how we can do a joint screening as well. So
nice.
Hey.
That'll work.
You got it out of her, Paul. We got
it out of her. Yeah. That's right. I wanted to hear about one of these upcoming partnerships. So it's 5:08 if you believe in the concept of time, and we're here with Amanda Kephart. We're well into the second hour of First Sky Omaha in the evening. And we appreciate you coming by today and hanging with us. Love it. Have fun tonight. Is it D&D tonight? D&D night?
It's not. We're playing a different tabletop role playing game. So
cool.
Yes. Yeah. Next week we'll be back to D&D.
Sounds like fun. Sounds like a lot of fun though.
Hey, game culture.
There you go. Get that game on, man. That's what's up.
Yes.
Appreciate you. We'll see you again soon, and I'm sure that we'll see you even before that at some of these screenings. I'm definitely going to be trying to make some calls and get folks to come through and check it out. Let's see. Dulcium 18 says, hello, fam. I cannot say enough about the richness of the arts in the Omaha metro area. I feel lucky and proud to have been a part of it for over 20 years. Oh, it's Dulcie? Mm-hmm. Okay, got you. And looking forward to the next 50. I heard that.
Hey.
Yes.
Love
I
Supreme.
love it. Please, you guys get your film streams,
Man.
subscriptions, and make it a thing. Make it a thing.
Yes.
Pops thinks you're awesome too. I just love her. I heard that, Pops. You're one of my favorite people in Omaha, Nebraska. I love me some Amanda Kephart. Thank you so
Hey.
much.
Pops Allen.
Love it, love it. Thank you so much. We'll see you soon.
Great to see you. Have a great weekend.
You too. Have a good night.
Likewise. Peace.
Bye.
Peace. All right.
Hey.
Always a pleasure. Always a
Oh
pleasure.
yeah. And we just scratched the surface, man. Definitely check out Filmstream's website. They have a lot of things going on. Films on the Green, the checkup. Yeah, it's a lot going on with Filmstreams. Tap in.
Tap in, and keep tapping in with us because we still got a special guest coming in up soon. We got King Marlon that's coming through pretty soon, so stay tuned for him. Really appreciate everybody who's stuck with us and continued on, and you know through this weird time that we're doing in the evening. It seems to be a good for some folks, so I appreciate that. Let us know, give us the feedback on if the times work for you, evening time, morning time. What are the times that work for you to be able to kind of chill out and have some conversation with us? Let us know. Not that we're going to switch the times, but, you know, let us know anyway. You never know what will happen next season. We'll see. Ariel's 402 says, love the hashtags. Yeah, I'm trying to do better with that, bro. Appreciate you. Oh, I missed the question there. Ariel's 402, does the relaxed screening cost? Oh, no, she already answered that.
Yeah.
Same as the regular. That relaxed screening is genius, bro.
Man. Just the intention behind it, like really, it's like there's no stone unturned. You know what I mean, as far as what film can do and what Filmstreams is doing with film. So
and what our art house theaters are able to do,
right.
And to keep coming up with innovations to do something new to make it more. It's a genius idea, and it just really makes you gotta really recognize how lucky we are to have Dundee and Rousseau Club, the two art house theaters in town, and for them to be like the best ones around, man. Yeah,
better recognize who
told you what it is. Better listen.
Like
recognize. All right, we're gonna take a quick break and come back and jump back into the conversation, and then get to our special guest King Marlon when he comes through. It is 5:11 right now. If you believe in the concept of time, it is Friday evening. Start thinking about what you want to do this evening. There's a few things that are happening this evening. As a matter of fact, I want to give a shout out to Streets AR. They're presenting the R&B vibes that's happening tonight. Doors open at 7:00 at the Slowdown, one of my favorite places in the city. Marissa Carr, Rhea Gold, and who's that? Christian the internet. Okay, that's what's up. We got some entertainers coming through. Speaking of local entertainers that are doing some things, come and check it out, man. R&B vibes is going down tonight at the Slowdown. Friday, this is the 28th. Yep, doors open at 7:00. Slowdown is one of my favorite places, man. I love that spot. Really cool spot. So start thinking about what you want to do tonight. A little Love Supreme, live alive with one another this weekend, and we'll come back and jump back into the conversation. Stay tuned. You're listening to First Sky Omaha in the evening. Paul B, Buddy to God. Be right back, y'all. Asking this of you. Oh, but there's no other way I can be with you. I know it's late. Oh, don't make me wait. Come on, let's steal away. Please, come on, steal away. Look at here. I need you right by my side. Don't mind if I take my time. Oh, and I want you, baby. I want you to be all mine. Oh, I know it's late. No, don't make me wait no. Baby, put your coat on. Put your coat on. Put your coat on. Welcome back. First Sky Omaha in the evening. Don't want to make you wait. Man, Brother Lewis doing it on the vocals. Got me thinking about what's happening coming up with the OEAAs. Lots of talent in Omaha, Nebraska, and I hope that you're voting for some of it out here for the OEAAs. Votes, you can vote now until August 31st. Matter of fact, this time I got smart and went ahead and got the link in the chat waiting for you guys. Hit that link and go over and vote for your favorite artist right now. Lewis Watkins. I don't know if he's on there, but maybe you should write him in because that boy can sing.
Man,
he's a singer for real, for real. But yes, please go ahead and go ahead. The nominations are open now. You can vote over there at this oeaawards.org/vote that we got going on here in the chat. And yeah, go over there and vote for your favorite artist, man. There's a lot of bands that are playing, a lot of singers, a lot of actors. Good stuff that's going on in the acting world around here too, in the theater world. Shout out to Denise Chapman and everything they're doing over there at Union for Contemporary Art, Shirley Tyree Theater. If you had a good time seeing that show last week, vote for one of the actors. Vote for the director. You can vote for a lot of different arts with the OAAs, and I very, very seriously hope that you take it serious and go do that. Vote now until August 31st. So shout out to OEAs for all the work they're putting in on this, and shout out to the Omaha in general, bro, for the pure raw talent that's out here for people in the arts. It's not an art town, but there's a whole lot of talent out here for this not to be an art town. That's for real.
Man,
a lot of talent, and the world is paying attention.
Really is.
Yep. With that, it's 5:15 again. If you believe in the concept of time, we're going to jump back into the stories. Buddy, what's next on the agenda?
Yeah, man, just keeping it moving. Again, keeping it light here on this Friday, keeping it loose, if you will, preparing for our next guest. And I just wanted to give some love, man, here on this Love Supreme Friday to Omaha 100. You know, it is Black August. We've been talking about Black August, all the things that Black August, excuse me, all the things that Black August represents and means. But it's also a Black Business Month, if I'm not mistaken. So again, big shout out to Omaha 100 and the work that they're doing to, build up Black entrepreneurs in the community. And it's going down right there on the Deuce. Let me know if anybody made it out to Capital Conversations, an event that was held at NOMA. Again, right there on the Deuce in partnership with Omaha 100, creating space for the next generation of Black entrepreneurs. KMTV3 reporting on this. And also shout out to, we actually had her on the show, but Sister Eliana Nichols, who says, I think sometimes we don't always get to see ourselves as the millionaire, as the billionaire, but hearing how they were able to obtain it and how they were able to take it to take that on for themselves really does make it obtainable and makes it seem like it's something that we all can do. Kind of going back to what I was saying and feeling with, Bud Crawford and Marcy Yates, just that representation, which is the same sentiment, same energy behind these cultural conversations, or capital conversations with Omaha 100, which again is taking successful entrepreneurs who have reached a level of stability in their businesses and longevity, and having conversations with them and introducing them and connecting them with other entrepreneurs in the community, which again, gives that inspiration, gives that knowledge, also that exchange of knowledge, which is also very, very important. Something we will be talking more about throughout the season, as far as teamwork, making the dream work and paying it forward, and each one teach one. Kind of we'll be talking about with some of the jobs and trainings going on in the community. We got to get back. We got to get back and build each other up, man. That's what it's all about. So shout out to Omaha 100. I know you have some feelings about the DED, but hey, man, let's tap in with Omaha 100. Get some other economic development. Ain't the only game in town. You know what I'm saying?
The shout out to Omaha 100 that cares about our economic development in a real way. Our economic development is here for Black folks to do some things for real, for real. Good turnout, as you can see over there at NOMA. I'm glad they did it there too, and had some Capital folks on stage having some conversations. So that's what's up. Shout out to Trey, the whole team over there at Omaha 100. As a matter of fact, they had some news a couple weeks back that they purchased the Silicon Prairie News, so they're going to be part of the news gang here coming up as well. So we'll definitely have to have Trey on the show, or somebody else from Omaha 100 on the show, and tell us about what they got going on. Resource right here on the Deuce, right here on the north side. That can help you start that business, buy that land, build that house. There's some economic resources out here. Definitely tap in. It's part of the whole network. We always got a lot to say about the Empowerment Network, but who's in the network? Have you checked? Because there's some heavy hitters in the network doing some big things that can help us all get to the next level. So I highly suggest you go check them out. So shout out to Eliana Nichols and everybody over there too who helped put this on. Shout out to Omaha 100. Don't miss Capital Conversations when they come out, please.
Man. But keeping it moving, man, because it's not just the entrepreneurial tip as far as the Capital Conversations, but Omaha 100 has a lot going on. Also, specifically, Sister Eliana Nichols and her meeting with dinner with a developer. Is that the event? Or is it
Coffee with developer.
coffee? There you go. Thank you. Coffee with the developer. But I got the developer part because that is the that's the important part. Because hey, man, we've been talking about it, getting to that bag. A lot of development, a lot of projects, a lot of construction going on in the Omaha area. And there's going to be more of it. Actually, this coming out of the Reader, which man, shout out to the Reader, still getting down, still doing the reporting. This is talking about the $40 million investment Omaha city officials announced this week for affordable housing. Again, $40 million in affordable housing projects going up, starting with 4 projects. Namely, one of the biggest ones actually is the renovation of the City View Apartments building, which is a huge project. Very interesting. A lot more conversation to have around that one. But
for real,
if you remember, right. If you remember, City View closed down and was sold earlier this year, and now again the city making an investment to update and renovate that area. We'll have to keep our eyes on that situation. But there's also a development going on 24th and Dodge. Also something happening on 10th and Park Ave, and also 111 38th Street. So again, mostly in the north kind of central midtown area as far as some of these projects. But again, I mentioned the coffee with developers because again, the whole idea for that program, for that event, is to introduce people in the community to developers, to get people in the idea, into the mindset of being a developer. And again, a lot of development going on. This might be a good time to kind of get into that, especially if you're looking for a career change or just some extra coin. Looking into that and maybe getting some of those subcontracts as these these developmental projects go into full swing. So again, big shout out to Omaha 100, and kind of shout out to Omaha Mayor Ewing, who is making good on his promise. Well, if you remember, we had a conversation with Omaha Mayor Ewing early on, and that was one of the things that he said was he was looking forward to being able to do and gearing up for during his tenure as mayor is some of these affordable housing economic development projects. So again, Front Porch will be managing this, so definitely looking forward to their role in all of this. But again, 40 million affordable housing, definitely have to talk about it.
And we keep talking about affordable housing. Of course, we always got to come back to the idea that what's affordable. It's a term that gets around a lot. Brother Anthony Rogers, right, at one point taught us low and moderate income housing is what we need to be saying and what we need to be having around here. So we'll see if it works. But I will say I'm happy to see the city do something about City View in particular. We've had a lot of things to say on this channel about the situation with City View. We've covered it a lot, from everything from it sitting dormant, even and before that, people getting kicked out because of the way it's been managed, and even before that, the bed bug situation and all the stuff that's been happening there. We've seen images of people throwing stuff out of windows because they can't get down the broken elevators. Lots going on there, and to me, when you ask the question, what is government for? It's to help some situations like this. I hope that the people are also who have suffered here also going to get helped by the city, and I kind of do feel a little bit have a little bit of optimism about that because I feel like on both fronts, the people that got displaced, there's people in the mayor's office, like shout out to Tamara Dwyer, who's always working hard to get people placed and getting people some shelter over their heads as well. So it's not like there are people that just got lost out there and there's no other departments out there that's doing anything about it. And of course, we always need more help and more individuals and more organizations to help everything that is happening. But it's good to see the city stepping up on that tip too as well. So a lot of controversy went down last week about where some of that money goes. Lots of talk about the budget that the mayor put forth. We've been talking about it for a couple of weeks now, and of course, there was the big story about Omaha 100. One Omaha getting some money shifted to another organization that is there, for feeding the people, and some of the debates that went down in city council because of it. So that this is an ongoing kind of debate here about the budget, where money goes. And somebody said something during these debates that I was reminded about. The city budget is kind of it's basically the roadmap. It's what the city feels like is the priority. You can tell what the city's priorities are by looking at the budget and seeing what kind of moves are being made with the budget. So when I see, some of these buildings that have been in the news that are dilapidated, they're putting some money to, but I also see money going to in departments that like Tamara Dwyer, for instance, the homeless coordinator over there heads up, and some of the progress is being made over there with some of the people that are out on the street. It feels kind of good that we got somebody who cares a little bit more about those types of things rather than some of the things that the rest of the state cares about. There is some more moves to be made. There's some more things to be held accountable for, and there's some more things to make sure that we keep pushing and making sure that we do more, and the mayor does more. But I think it's a good direction.
Man, definitely a step in the right direction. I appreciate your point about the low and moderate income housing and who this is affordable for, because there is still that aspect of this whole affordable housing definition, and just that whole premise. Building on top of that premise is kind of a shaky foundation, if you ask me. Just looking at this article, as far as who can afford some of this stuff, it is very interesting. It's all based on, and these projects are connected to the area median income. So as far as affordability, it's definitely connected. The 24th and Dodge location says that about 159, which is a pretty good majority of the units, will be for families targeted at below 80% of the area median income. And I had to do some math before the show. Apparently the area median income 100% at 100% is about 114,000. So these units will be for families of 4, making about 90,000, which is still quite a lot. So when we talk about affordable housing, it is interesting that the mentality is, let's make these units affordable for, people making 90,000, when the reality is we need housing for people that's making 30,000, 40,000, which is closer to extremely low income. That is the designation on the AMI range, as far as basically poverty. Extremely on the lowest end of the totem pole. Most families are in that $40,000, $50,000, $60,000 a year. We're talking about families of 3, families of 4, families of 5, making that much. So when we talk about housing, that's the reality. That is the reality. Again, I'm seeing a lot of 80%, 50%, 60% of the area median income, when we really need about 40%, 30%. So, a lot more conversation to be had on the development tip.
Well, Steph, you can start with the article that Buddy's references right now. I just put that in the chat right now. Hit that link. Check out the Nebraska Public Media article on this, and they go into a little bit of depth on some of these issues and get you back thinking about what's needed, but also reporting on what's being done. So shout out to the mayor, the mayor's office, and some of the $40 million investment that's coming up. Hopefully, we'll be able to benefit from that situation.
Man. Yeah.
5:27 right now, if you believe in the concept of time. Coming close to the end of the show here. Wondering if Brother Marlon Harrison is coming through. Looking forward to speaking with him. He's supposed to be our special guest here at the end of the show. And as we speak, it sounds like Brother Marlon Harrison is coming through. We'll take a quick break and we'll jump into a conversation with Kang Marlon in just a second. Stay tuned. First Sky Omaha in the morning. I mean, in the evening.
In the evening. Hey, there you go. There's one. There's always one.
There's always one. We'll be right back, y'all. Welcome back. First Sky Omaha in the evening.
Hey, in the evening. I see you, Marlon.
Hey, Paul B, buddy, the guy, Kang Marlon in the house. What's going on, King?
I'm tired. I'm ready to go home.
Me too, brother.
Look, I told somebody, like, no offense, I need a good 3-week out of town vacation away from everybody.
Hey.
That's why I'm at right now.
Brother, you and me both. I've had one of the toughest weeks work wise I've had in a minute, to the point where it's got me deciding I got to change my life, bro. I got to make sure I get hopping them clouds a little bit more than I have been. So I feel you, man. So you working hard over there. Is that what I'm hearing?
I'm working hard. It's been an emotional week. I was like, I'm so over August. Between Dolly Parton passing away, between Michael White passing away, and everybody, I was like, I'm just over August, and I'm just over it. Look,
I hear you, man. You were talking about that earlier about people, but some of us are very sensitive. There's a lot of things going on in the world. Sounds like you kind of like that, huh?
A little bit. I'm just so over it. You know what I mean? But I'm still here, still smiling. Still out here. Going out, you know what I mean?
That's right. Living live.
Man on the street. Nothing wrong with a vacation, though. Nothing wrong with unplugging, taking a vacation, getting right near the beach. Hey, if that's what you need to do, go ahead.
Yeah, that's plus, good. Between planning this gala and then planning my family reunion for next year, it's just a lot. You know what I mean?
Family reunion.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know how my elders did it. Like, it's like between getting people's phone numbers, emails, making sure people get contacted, getting shirt sizes. I was like, Lord Jesus.
It's a lot.
I have a whole new appreciation for my elders who put these on year after year after year. I have a whole new appreciation for them because I don't know how they did it.
Yeah, man. I'm in the same boat as you. I feel that. I feel that extremely.
Yeah.
I think about that all the time about when I think about some of the stuff that my grandfather did. He ran the family reunion like a corporation at one point. And I just was like, man, how do you wrangle it all, man? It's really interesting. We have this feeling that we always want to do it, but it really does take some folks. And for a lot of our family, especially in the Black community, when Big Mama and Big Papa died, then they left with the secrets on how to tie the family back together. Man, gotta figure them out from scratch.
Look, we're working on it, and it's gonna be in 2027. I'm just super excited. It's just a lot of work, fundraising, all this type of stuff. I'm just like, whew, I'm waiting for this to be over with, but I'm happy because a lot of them have never been to Omaha, and so I'm ready to show them a good time. And so, yeah, I'm just excited about that.
That sounds good, man.
Labor of love. So,
Marlon, what I'm hearing is that you're doing fundraising for a few things now, because you do fundraising for NOCP too, right?
Yeah, I work for NOCP, Ms. Tamika. Yeah, I do that right now. They was trying to come and bother me. I was like, I'm about to be doing an interview. Y'all gonna watch. You know what I mean? They want to. Y'all gonna watch.
You tell them we said hi, and they can come in and come on anytime they want to. And they told me that the date has changed on this. We had August 30th.
I texted you the new flyer. I don't know if you got it or not.
No, man. I don't look at my phone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Email it to me. What is the new date? By the way?
The new date is September 27th. Is at the Great Event Center. Is from 4 to 7.
Gotcha.
RG, I was trying. Go ahead.
I said RG in the chat said, "Don't let Marlon fool you. He's planning plates. You ain't planning no family reunion. You planning plates."
I'm planning this because I told them I want it up here in Omaha, so I gotta do it. You know what I mean?
Hey, plates gonna be a part of it though. You gotta have the plates.
Gotta have good food. Yeah, as a matter of fact, who you got catering? I might have to join your family before it's time.
We don't know because listen, the one of the places we were trying to look at, they said we gotta use their food, and some people's like, I don't trust that. Yeah. So we're trying to find another place because it's supposed to be approximately 180 people, and so we gotta find a big place for that. A good
180 people. Okay. Check out the slowdown, Marlon. Check out the slowdown. It's not what people think, but you can book it for pretty cheap, and you can have your own food catered there.
Okay. Does that hold 180 people?
Yeah, definitely,
absolutely.
Okay. Cool spot.
It holds about 600 or 700 people on the big side, and about 200 people on the small side.
Yeah, okay, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
It's good. Will there be food at the gala?
Well, yeah. I have no idea. I think I don't know who's cooking. I'm just here to promote and talk about it a little bit.
Okay.
Hold on one second. Let me hold on 1 second. I'm trying to get this.
Are you trying to send me the new flyer?
No, I'm trying to send you the link for the tickets. Hold on.
Okay.
Oh, link for the tickets.
because the tickets just came out. last Friday, and so hold on, I got a whole bunch of stuff open.
Well,
Give me a couple.
Yeah, we'll look at this flyer and read some things off of it while you're going for it. Now, are you guys sticking with the Michael Jackson theme?
Yes, we are still sticking with the Michael Jackson theme.
That's what's up.
It's gonna be a lot of the local dance and drill teams and BA that's gonna be there.
Okay.
Hold on.
That's what's
I
up.
was just looking at it. Look, I am so unprepared today, but it's okay. We're all family. Is Untamed.
Oh, okay.
It is what is Destruction Drill Team. It is one dance drill team. Let me see. It's like Destruction, one Omaha Finest dance team, I Heartbeat dance team, White House Diamond Elite dance team, the Urban Survival Club, the Noise, I think it's pronounce it, Kids Club, and the Legacy Soldierettes dance team.
Dang, it's a dance off.
Yeah, it's not a dance off. It's like we're gonna be performing. We're not doing nothing like that. We're gonna be They're gonna be performing, and it's gonna be just celebrating and collaborating with everybody. So,
that's what's up, man.
It's a beautiful thing. We might. That's a whole nother conversation. We might need to talk about the drill team and the dance team culture in Omaha because it's a thing. It's a thing. It's a thing. Shout out to the drill team still doing it.
I was talking to somebody about dance and drill teams. I think it was like last Omaha days. I said, as many drill teams and dance teams and cheer teams we got in our city, there's no reason why a lot of these high schools cannot have the best dance and cheer teams in the city, in the state. You know what I mean? So that's something that
I forget how many drill teams and stuff there is until like a Juneteenth parade happens, and then it's just endless
coming out
coming down the street. I think I got
all generations.
Yeah, and I just put in a link for people who want to buy tickets. It's Eventbrite. So go start buying tickets, so we could come and support these kids and all that type of stuff. You know what I mean? And
do like Ejiki says, man, and let's get the tickets early this time around. So
support,
who's gonna show up the day of support.
Look, we're not doing no day of tickets. Y'all gotta get those a week in advance.
We didn't even do. You can't even come in.
No, we gotta get them a few days in advance, and if we sold out, that's on y'all. You know what I mean? I won't be security at the door like I was at the backpack thing, and I'm gonna tell you like, no, you can't come in. I'm sorry.
Gonna warn you.
Marlon standing there with a bullhorn. You can't come in. Look, I got the new flyer here. Sunday, September 27th, 4 to 7.
Yeah.
Where's this at? I'm trying to find
at the Great Event Center, which used to be the Great Escape Theater.
Oh, okay. Great.
Yeah, right there at the bottom.
Yep, and the 72nd and Sorensen, and like not in the Target Plaza, but next to the Target Plaza.
Bro, we were just I just saw a movie there like 6 months ago, like what, or I guess it was about a year ago now. Like, ain't nobody here. I wonder if this is gonna make it. Sound like it didn't.
Ain't make it.
And now it's the Great Event Center. I like that better.
Yeah, there's been a couple. There's been like 1 or 2 events I've been up in there like the past couple months. I looked around I went there the first time, and I looked around like they did not change none of the carpet. They did not change none of the wallpaper. I was like, I hope they sprayed before they opened this because I don't trust it.
Not sprayed.
Spray and fumigate because I was like, the carpet's still the same. The wallpaper's still the same.
It still smells like popcorn in here. What's going on? But that's
cool. All the arcade games are still back in the where the arcade games were. I was like, I hope y'all really spray.
Might be the same owners that just are like, hey, we can't afford the movies in here no more. But we got the building.
Do something different.
They used to have. I remember a couple people having some kid parties, birthday parties and stuff back in that joint. Anyway, they had a couple rooms in the back on the first floor where they had parties anyway, so it makes some sense.
Yeah, it's a great event. It's Michael Jackson theme. We had to change this event twice. I was like, change the date twice to this. I was like, this is the last time y'all changing the day, and if y'all change the day one more time, I'm not coming no more. I'm not promoting no more. Everything like that. So, you know what I mean? So, yeah, hold on one quick second. My coworkers are coming in being nosy. No, we're not. We are not worried about you, Mark. Because we're working. Anyway, but please ignore them in the back. But anyway, what else questions you want to ask about the event or whatever?
So,
well, I just wanted to,
go ahead.
you just wanted to talk about NOCP because that's what the event is for, is raising money for NOCP. For those who aren't familiar with the North Omaha Community Partnership, the work that you and all your coworkers are doing, you can kind of speak to that. I know you just opened up a teen center, doing some good things. What's NOCP have going
North
on?
North Omaha Community Partnership is an organization founded by Tamika Meese. She's the founding executive director of it, and it's about helping not only the families not only the youth but the families, because she learned early on, if you only helping the kids and the youth, the teens, but send them back into a chaotic household, it's like sending them back to zero. You know what I mean? So we try to do a lot with like families. Like we do like if they want to sign up for like therapy sessions at Charles Drew, we could do that. We do team meetings every month with the families, trying to see where they at. We provide them with a pantry and everything. So it's and if they want, like, let's say food, we could we could do that. We also do like, we partner with like a couple of organizations, and like we do like utility assistance and stuff like that. So and rental assistance, so if they need like rentals and utility assistance, they could get that if they're part of our program. So
that's what's up, man. Shout out to Tamika Meese. We had her on the show back in the day. Definitely check that out on YouTube if you get a chance. It was a great interview. And also just thinking about the fact that there's partnership in the name. This is the Teamwork Makes the Dream Work season. And for her to have the North Omaha Community Partnership is, as you can see, I see Senator Terrell McKinney in there. I see Untamed sign in the back. It does seem like they have partnered together to make all those different organizations stand together and even bigger than they are individually in order to make things happen. So what happened this year? Anything happened this year that NOCP did that really impressed you?
We did Step Up again this year. We always do Step Up. They promised us, listen, I love Step Up, don't get me wrong, but they said we was going to get 15 kids and that's it. And then they added more, and then they added more, and then they added more. By the end of it, we had about 32 kids. I was like, but you know what? It was some challenging days, but at the end of the day, a lot of the kids really loved it, and a lot of, they was here. We fed them every day. Lunch. We took them on field trips, and so it was a beautiful thing. So
man. I actually have some things going on about Step Up. We want to talk to some people that was involved, so we might be reaching out here pretty soon.
That's
go ahead.
One of the other things we did, we took the kid. We've been taking kids to the movies. Like we took the kids a couple of weeks ago to see the new Spider-Man movie.
Okay.
I sat in the lobby because, no offense, I don't like Spider-Man like that.
Oh.
But I just sat in the lobby and just chilled and ate my popcorn.
You missed it. You missed it, bro. It's one of the best Spidey films ever, right there.
Really,
I'm not really a Spider-Man person like that. No offense, but just taking the kids to the movies, like having family. We try to do more family days in the fall, like to the pumpkin patch. I know we try to do like the pumpkin patch with the families, like different things. And so we got a lot of stuff coming up in the fall. Our Winter Wonderland, which we're going to give away like gifts and coats and all that type of stuff to families in December. I'm gonna come back in December, talk more about that. So book me in December. You know what I mean? Also, I forgot to mention at the top of the show. Y'all was supposed to bring me on back in June after my KTV interview, but y'all forgot. You know what I mean? So, but
you got enough coverage with KTV, bro. You don't need us, man. Come on, little old us. Nah, you're right. We did forget. I apologize for that, bro. We had a lot going on. But I'm glad you're here now, and I'm thinking about some of the things that you talked about, some of the things you're in the chat about all the time, especially when we're talking about kids. So it's interesting because NOCP does all this work for not just kids, but family. This whole theory that the family needs support when you can't just send kids back into the craziness, like you said. And you always speak up when we're talking about problems in the schools and stuff that has to do with the kids. You're like, but the parents, though, you be on them parents hard. So
because I have worked in the schools, and I have to say this. Yeah, there's some problems with the schools that we have always talked about, but let's not act like there's some parents who, don't, I don't know how to say, but like, don't do what they're supposed to do. You know what I mean? I know some parents, who outright say, I blocked the school number, blocked the school email, blocked the school all social media, but then be crying like, I don't know what's going on at the kid's school. I'm not hearing from none of the teachers and the principal and the counselor, whatnot. But it's like, y'all blocked the school number and the email and stuff like, so why are you crying? You know what I mean?
Yeah. I can definitely see the to your point, parents need to be doing more. But I brought that up because I wanted to talk about how NOCP does this family support. So when you're thinking about the kids that need help and the families and the parents and stuff that need help, do you see the way the NOCP helps the families out and it makes it better for the kids there? Is there anything that impresses you there?
I would say, we have provided families with a lot of stuff. We have provided families, like, let's say we have provided families with new homes. NOCP was one of the main people who helped City View moved out last year and find new people, new places.
Yep.
We have provided a family with a new washer and dryer because their washer and dryer went out. And we, like, a couple weeks ago, we took a lot of our step up youth, our blueprint youth. We took them to the mall for back to school shopping, and a lot of parents were like very thankful for that because that saved them like $300 on like back to school stuff, and and same for the Love of Barbecue, just having a backpack drive and getting the shoes and all that. Like their parents was like, you saved me $100. Granted, I got to buy some a little bit more stuff, but you saved me $100 on getting new book bags, a haircut, and all that type of stuff, and new shoes. And it's just something that I'm very proud that NOCB does every year. So yeah.
That's what's up.
Man, even
Love it.
A little bit can go a long, long way, man. But you're doing the good work. I think NOCP, Sister Tamika, or somebody with the team is also in the chat saying we kind of giving some more clarity on the gala, saying we're fundraising for the dance teams, drill teams, Project Nose, Kids Club, and Manhood Survival Club youth group. So again, doing it for the babies, man, doing it for the kids.
Bro,
big shout out to NOCP.
I ain't even heard of some of these organizations like the.
I think they're supposed to say. I think they meant to say Urban Survival Club. I think that's what they're supposed to meant to say. But yeah.
I was like, we're the Manhood Survival Club, and I need that
survive
one myself.
Manhood.
Need to survive my manhood. It's a beautiful thing. I appreciate you doing that. She also said they renovated the movie theater, so they did renovate it enough for you guys to have some big events there, which is good. Miss Erica felt in the chat, hey, I got on just in time. That's right. King Marlon in the house. That's right. That's what's up. Gang. It's going down. Eros Frost said, hit the like button. Please do that because you know what it is. Marlon, I'm going to hit you with it because you know this is my favorite thing in the world. Hold on just a minute.
Get it! Get it, Marlon. Get it!
Bro, makes me happy every time I see it. Makes me happy.
Cutting up the rug.
Sometimes you just gotta let loose and have fun.
Yeah, bro. I was gonna say I show that because not just because it's fun to watch you dance, but it's also fun to see you feel free enough to dance in that room because you're in that room with so much family, so much community. And I want you to speak on that when you got here. Just like, how did you feel at that for the Love of Barbecue event? How did you feel there?
I lost my voice for screaming too much. You know what I mean?
Well, and I still don't know how you did that with the bullhorn. You had a bullhorn the whole time. So how did you scream your voice out with a bullhorn?
There were some people who loved it. There were some people who like, don't bring him back no more next year. He was too mean. He was telling people to be quiet, to stay in line, to not cut. And I was like, listen, sometimes you gotta be reinforced. Sometimes, I love y'all, but sometimes I gotta, be a reinforcer. You know what I mean? And that's coming from somebody who, my grandpa was in the military. So, being raised kind of like in that. So it's kind of like that's where it comes from.
But it felt like it seemed like you had a good time though. You felt free and good, and you saw the kids, feeling good too. Those kinds of events. How does that? You being a part of it? I'm seeing you more and more being a part of those kinds of events. Kind of doing some security sometime, or just helping, doing some work. Why do you do that? What's your motivation behind that?
Just getting involved more in my community. You know what I mean? Just being just just a feel good thing, as somebody who, kind of saw some stuff going up, but not a lot. I always want to get back to my community, and it's just a good thing. Just something that's good from the heart. You know what I mean? So
Absolutely, bro. Absolutely.
yeah,
That's what's up.
y'all making me blush. It's kind of like
Hey,
this is a good thing. You know what I mean? Just doing something good for the community, and just knowing that you help people. It's just a good thing. You know what I mean? So
that's teamwork
Definitely.
making the dream work, Marlon. That's it.
it
That's
is.
it.
It is.
Definitely.
It is.
Man, look in the
Okay.
chat. NOCP says we changed the date to give more time to promote and raise more funds for the youth, which is the goal for this. Got to raise more funds for sure. Pop
Yeah.
says from Friday cutting that rug. He said, Brother Marlon has the moves. He says I could dance like that. I stopped singing and dance all the time. I heard that, Pop.
Hey,
That's what's up.
There's some people who always say I got 2 left feet, and I was like, listen, sometimes it's just me having fun. I don't care if I got no rhythm at all. You
there
know
you
what I
go.
mean?
There you go, Marlon. Keep that whimsy on, though. Real talk. RG said. I said keep that whimsy on. I heard that, bro. That's joy. We this is something that we all looking for all the time, bro. And I got to say, when you were on Channel 7, I know that one of the premises that they had you on there was because you had just got diagnosed with autism, and they were kind of bigging up how much of a representation you have been in the community with your diagnosis, and I know it was a new thing. So I think about those types of things too, man. You definitely First Sky fam, and sometimes I'm a little envious. I'm like, I wish I could be happy like Marlon a lot. You know what I'm saying? And when I think about how I need to be finding my joy, I think about how you go find your joy, and that helps. So I appreciate you all the time, and I appreciate all the work you've been doing for Content Creator Camp and the
Yes,
stuff
sir.
that you've been making.
Listen, I might have to do some more content creative work sometimes because, for my job, we have to go to 360 meetings, and there's been some days it's been heated, and I'd be like, I want to like talk about it, but I'd be like so like entrenched in everything, I forget to take notes
Mhm.
or just forget afterward. But one of these days I'm gonna write down something like we're on a 360 meeting, put it in Fresh Got Omaha, kind of like a
Please.
synopsis because it's kind of like there's some good moments, but that like the past like last week and this week it's been very heated and
Yeah.
it you know what I mean, but
We would
so
love to get a report from you at some point for sure.
Yes.
For sure, brother.
I want to say also I don't know if I told you this, but I actually asked for that KTV interview.
Did you?
Really?
Because Raven Lee Monroe, she goes to 360 meetings all the time. And one day I got to ask like, hey, it's Autism Awareness of May, and I would like to do a story of my autism. And she said sure. And then she checked her schedule, was like, hey, I'm kind of busy. And so we kind of passed it off to Anna Bainey, who ultimately did my interview. And so that's how, I got the interview,
Yeah.
Man,
So you came up with the idea for your own interview. That's what's up.
Yeah.
That's actually even more powerful. Like stepping up and being an advocate. You know what I mean? Like taking it upon yourself to elevate that, even on a platform like that.
Yeah.
That's huge.
Yeah, I tell people I might not do this ever again because all the emails and calls and texts I got, people made me cry. And so I'm like, I'm not doing this no more because y'all make me cry over here.
Well,
the people love you, Marlon.
You got a community that loves you. That's all, bro.
Amen.
For real.
Amen.
But we got, y'all gotta come and bring me back on more to talk about more stuff, not just about anything. If y'all want to talk about anything, just bring me on. Like we're gonna bring Marlon on to talk about this. He's always in the chat about something. I mean, we gotta bring him on to talk about more stuff. You know what I mean?
We absolutely will, bro. Appreciate you, man.
But also, Paul, I want to apologize for always calling you in the middle of something. And because you always said, "Moss, always call me in the middle of something and tell me to speak to people." I was like, listen, because sometimes I be meeting people. I'm like, you should be on First Guy Omaha because
Hey
No,
man,
we appreciate it.
You don't have to. You don't got to apologize to me, bro, because I let that mug go right to voicemail every time. So don't worry. I don't hardly be answering this phone, so I had to regulate myself on it. So if I get back to you, but no, I appreciate you always hooking something up though, because
Yeah, man. Behind the scenes.
it is a lot of work for us to be trying to figure out which guest to bring on next, and we don't know everybody in town. So the people that you know what I'm saying, you hook us up with. So I appreciate you. Just shoot me an email. Shoot me an email though.
Well, I like for you to call and talk to him personally.
If you in the moment, go ahead and try to call. I'll answer if I can, but but for the most part, shoot me an email. That's what it is. That's what it is. Only certain people got the number. That's why I had to put the lockdown on the phone. So, and don't ever try to call me on Sunday because that phone be off all the way on Sunday, bro.
Not gonna
I ain't gonna be sitting over with grandma like, why your phone keep ringing? Because, so it is what it is. But no, man, I'm just messing with you, bro. You always hit me anytime, man. And you First Sky fam at all times. So we appreciate you,
man.
Thank you so much. I love what I do. It's just who I am. So
keep being you, man. Keep being you.
By the way, we got, I don't know who we need to talk about. I listened to Amanda. I want to do some more documentaries about Omaha because we got a lot of histories and stories here that we need documentaries on. I don't know who to talk to, but we need to get that. We need to get that ball rolling as soon as possible.
Well, believe it or not, that's in First Sky Omaha's plan, and we're working on some of that right now with the production team. So yeah,
because I said a while back ago, the dozens of cousins. I'm surprised nobody has done a documentary on them because that's something. Real. That should be talked about because especially for them to have a consistent family union for 100, about to be 110 years next year, that's a blessing, and I'm surprised nobody has talked about that in a documentary.
Yeah,
you onto something.
That's what we're here for. The evolution of content creators is going to be documentary film for real. So stay tuned.
Just let me know. I can help you out, or you could invite me to a class. You know what I mean? Just let me know.
Sounds good, bro. We got about 5 minutes left, so we're gonna let you go, man. I appreciate you coming through, though.
Thank you guys so much. I love y'all. Keep doing what y'all doing. Don't if y'all want to call me about something, just feel free to call me. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, man. Love you too, brother. And shout out for you giving us some more information about the gala here. We went ahead and put the link in the chat for you guys to buy tickets. Please buy tickets. As a matter of fact, in the chat they were talking about how she said shout out to the Deconstruction Drill Team. O&E's finest, or RHOD TNL, Heartbreak Dance Studio, Urban Survival Club, Project Knows, Robert Wagner. I didn't know it was Project Knows, Robert Wagner. That's what's up.
Yeah.
We are fundraising exclusively for these groups. Okay, so
beautiful.
Let's go. It's a good thing to know. And I like the fact that they're, I was thinking when I saw the Michael Jackson theme that Marlon might be out there with a fedora.
No.
Moonwalking.
You ain't bringing the glove out?
Y'all not gonna be embarrassing me in front of all these people. Y'all go like, what kind of moonwalk is that? Like,
hey.
Well, one can only wish and hope. But no, I'm happy to hear that there's going to be representing all these drill teams. We get to see all kinds of dancers out there. That's what's up. So shout out to NOCP. Yeah, go ahead.
And we're gonna be having information out there for people who want to join because a lot of people be like, how do you join? You know what I mean? So we're going to have information out there for people who want to join these organizations, want to join these dance teams, drill teams, and all that type of stuff. So,
hey,
posting your friends up. Teamwork makes dream work. That's what the theme is. You know what I mean?
Teamwork make the dream work, brother. You got it. We're going to have to go out here and shoot this movie, Step Up, Omaha edition.
Hey.
Come on. Paul B got all the ideas. It's going down. All right, y'all. We'll see you later, brother. Appreciate you, man.
All right, peace.
All right. Always a pleasure talking to brother Marlon, man. That's what's up. Yep. Appreciate you guys coming on through. Appreciate NOCP being in the chat. Yeah, it is good. It's coming to the end of the show here for.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at. Like, man,
it
flew by. Gosh.
He says that dude wants Marlon Mondays.
Okay.
That's what's up. NOCP says we're so proud to have Marlon as a part of the NOCP family and community. Yes, what's up.
Oh yeah.
Everybody claiming Marlon. We like he First Sky fam. Now he an NOCP fan. Now he Native Omaha's fam. He everybody's fam. That's what's up.
That's it. Just a gym in the community, man. Definitely. Keep being you, Marlon. Keep being you.
That's the kind of love I needed. I told you I need some love today. I need that love.
That's it, man. That is the love supreme, my brother. That is it.
Really is. Appreciate you guys. Ariel's 402 says have a blessed weekend. Please do that. Sue Kessler hanging in the chat. Good morning, good evening. Says I might have missed it, but is there a way we can just donate to them? Oh, that's a good question. I'm not sure.
Is there? Pull up the flyer.
Yeah, let me pull the flyer up and see if that is the case. Yeah, not seeing it.
I'm not seeing it,
but I will give you the email. I'm gonna give you the website address here for NOCP, and I'm sure that they have a donate button there. You can hit that and support as well. See if they have something on here. Yeah, donate.
Or maybe
there it is.
Maybe you can buy some tickets and donate them to somebody.
There you go. Donate to somebody going. I appreciate that. And we'll talk more about what NOCP's been doing and catch up with them, because this all is ever changing as well. Like we talked to her one time, it might have been a year ago now, but they got so many things going on and more partnerships happening that we need to check back in and see what's going on anyway. So shout out to anybody who is taking care of the babies and understand that the fam needs the support as well.
Man,
is huge.
Yeah, no, NOCP doing the real work for real.
Yeah. Shout out. We're going to go ahead and get out of here. We got about 1 minute till 6 o'clock. If you believe in the concept of time and live in Omaha, Nebraska. Buddy, you got some words for the people?
Yeah, man. There's obviously today's show didn't go quite as planned, but that's all good, man. I enjoyed today's conversation. Hopefully, all of you enjoyed the conversations as much as I did, or maybe even more. On this Love Supreme, man. Hopefully, you're feeling the love that we putting out, because the world needs a little bit more love. Actually, a lot more love, if you ask me. So. Big shout out to our special guest, Sister Amanda Kephart, Brother Marlon Harrison, for coming through. Of course, we have 3 hours on Monday, so that's a part of the reason why we extended our Monday. We'll definitely be getting into the stories we did not get to get into today on Monday. It's actually going to take a little more time to dive into some of these ideas, especially what's going on with this food bank situation. Of course, $40,000 coming from One Omaha to go to the food bank for the mainland, but also some movement with the food bank in the grocery store coming out of Heart Ministry Center. And then also, I do want to give a shout out before we get out of here. I actually did send out the that was another thing. I almost forgot to send out the weekly wrap today. So yeah. Almost I sent it out. I said
I'm sitting here. I had the link loaded up too. Man, I knew I was dropping the ball somewhere on something. So.
Hey, it's been a week for you, bro. I understand. But we got it out during the show. So definitely big shout out to those of you who are signed up. If you're not, definitely check it out. Sign up today. The weekly wrap coming out every Friday. Again, recapping this weekend news, conversation, all things happening in the community, all things going on. First Guy Omaha. It's a great way to stay tapped in. So definitely check that out. One of the feature stories on that weekly wrap, something coming out of Council Bluffs, man. Definitely have to talk about it more on Monday. But kind of similar to what, again, Sister Tamika is doing, and, some of the mutual aid, helping out, giving back, volunteering, just really helping each other, teamwork, really making the dream work. And that's what it's about. And that's what's going on in Council Bluffs. Apparently, there's a network of community fridges. There's about 4 or so fridges throughout the Council Bluffs community that churches, volunteers, community members are filling up with food, and they're giving out to the needy. And definitely in the face of some of this, man, food things going on, not just the scarcity of food, but the quality of the food. I mean, we talked about the lettuce and the cyclosporiasis, but we haven't really talked about the blueberries and the beef. And I mean, there's a lot going on with our food, man. So big shout out to those who are stepping up and helping each other, put something on the table, man, especially as we get closer to the winter. We're going to need it, man. So we'll definitely be talking about all that and more on Monday. In the meantime, between time, y'all take care of yourselves, take care of each other, check in on your loved ones. And man, prayers up to Nepal, prayers up to Gary, man. Yeah. Teamwork gonna make the dream work, man. So without further ado, let's get up out of here, man. Paul B.
Yo.
Take it away, man.
Just want to give a shout out to the Nebraska Writers Collective. You know that we are all about the Nebraska writers, the poets, the wordsmiths, the storytellers, and they got a writers workshop coming up, doing the best we can with what we got. Black women, science fiction, and growing sustainable future with Alana Palmier. And I gotta say, Black women in science fiction is one of my favorite subjects. Octavia Butler is one of my favorite writers. I love what Black women think about when it comes to Afrofuturism. So I'm very much looking forward to this at the Benson Branch, 2 to 4 p.m. on August 29th. Definitely go check this out at the Benson Branch Library. Shout out for the Nebraska's Writer Collective doing the big things. Ms. Deka Poindexter doing big things over there, big time. And also, I personally can't wait to really talk about what's coming up with this grocery store. Shout out to our man Dom. With this grocery store coming to the Deuce. We'll definitely be talking about this more on Monday because they got a groundbreaking coming up, and I'm very happy to see this. And the more I look into it, the more I'm like very excited that this is going down. And it feels like real movement and growth around here, and this is what we need in our area in a big way. So shout out to everybody who's behind that, all the teams making the dreams happen and all that good stuff. And we really appreciate everybody who is part of that and part of this. Thank you so much. Marlon said, when is the Senator Cypher coming back? The 14th, I believe, is the date the Senator Cypher is coming back.
Soon.
14th of September, I believe it is. So yeah, we'll be talking to the senators real soon, for sure. So shout out to everybody who is looking forward to that. And also we're working on monthly meetup with the mayor again as well. Speak to Mayor Ewing. So that's what we're doing. RG says, reach out to Tamika if you want to just straight up donate. Okay. And Pop says, a wonderful show. Have a fantastic weekend and see you all on Monday. Yeah, it'll be a great Monday show as well coming up. And we got special guests in the wings for that too. So a lot more to talk about, as we often do. If you want to continue the conversation when we're not live, you can go over to Friends of First Sky Omaha, the group page on Facebook, or you can always send us an email at firstsky.omaha@gmail.com. Also, go check out the website. Lots of new stuff on the website, firstsky.omaha.com. And while you're over there, hit the join button and become a member or a sponsor of the channel. Shout out to the $10 people, the $25 people, and the $50 people. We appreciate you guys being members of the channel and continuing to support us so that we can make this thing grow. Be looking out for some other pieces of media that's going to be going out all throughout the week, which is one of the reasons why we took Wednesdays off, so we can do more of that and disseminate more news, talk about more of the things that are happening and put some context around that as well. So be looking out for some of those things in our content creator camp, people that are doing a lot of publishing and stuff now too as well. Definitely go to the website, go check out their work. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be an interesting year how we're going to be expanding the journalism, and shout out to all the funders and everybody who is helping us do that. So it'll be more of what we're trying to do, and hopefully better and expanded universe. And you can always give us feedback on how we can do even more and expand even more. And we get the ideas from y'all. So shout out to everybody who gave special respect to the guests that came on. Shout out to King Marlon. Shout out to Amanda Kephart and the whole Film Streams team. We appreciate them very much, and we appreciate all of you. And we'll see you on Monday. You guys take care of yourselves. Shout out to the Umaha Tribe elders for allowing us to speak on this land. Shout out to our elders allowing us to speak before you. And shout out to you, the Chad Chimers, allowing us to speak with you. Take care of yourselves. Live alive with one another. Peace.
By the way, Vanglorious. This is protected by the Red